Hey, Sagittarius. Mel, Intuitive Coach here. Excited to bring in your quarter one reading for January, February, and March 2025. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Sag, what is going on for you? Quarter one. Now, I do see here the underlying energy is the fates. It's also card 17. That is the star in tarot. So this is about a brighter future ahead for you. Sagittarius, 2024 may have been a very challenging year for some of you. You may have went through a lot of lessons, possibly some heartache, and even health issues with the fates here, because this is massive healing. That's the star comes after the tower. So if you've gone through some tower moments, I feel like you're looking forward to what's ahead. I am getting the Six of Swords energy in my mind's eye. So this could be moving on, cutting ties, or getting out of a situation that was either beyond repair or it just felt very tumultuous, and you're ready to surrender. You're ready to say, all right, I'm moving forward, no looking back, here I come. The star also is Aquarian energy, which we roll into Aquarius season at the end of January. So some of you may have had a bit of a false start. There may have been some changes early on in January or some changes at the end of 2024 that you are still implementing coming into the year. Now, I do feel like destiny has a plan for you here. There's a destined course of action which caused a bit of a detour is what I'm picking up on. But this detour is leading you towards something quite wondrous, serendipitous, in fact. And I feel like you are nervous. There is a nervous anticipation for what's to come, but I feel like there is a sense of excitement as well. And I'm getting the Hanged Man with that Six of Swords. So you may have been waiting to move forward, or it felt like you were on pause or on delay. Some of you were undergoing a transformative spiritual awakening that kind of put you in a bit of a pause for a while to reflect, to heal, to look at your circumstances from, again, a new perspective. But I really feel like you're moving on here, specifically in February and March. Things seem to be rolling forward. We could see the Chariot for you as well. So in the month of January, I see a change in the wind. This is actually card 12, which is the Hanged Man. So if you again have been feeling hung up, or if there was a bit of a delay, I see that there's a new perspective coming in here, potentially towards the end of the month. And this may stir things up for you. So again, that nervous anticipation, but I feel like this is a good change. So let's dive in and clarify. I'm hearing Salem, so I'm not sure if this is Salem, Massachusetts. If someone wants to visit or perhaps lives there, this could be the name of a pet. So please take that as it resonates. Salem. There seems to be a sense of excitement around that energy that I'm picking up on. So maybe someone is planning to travel to that area, or if there is, an event that you go to, maybe early on in the year, perhaps it's on Salem Avenue. So just keep that in mind. It could be very significant down the road. Now, here we have the Four of Wands. We have the Magician and the Ten of Swords in reverse. So this is a powerful combination here. The Ten of Swords in reverse, there is that ending where someone may have been on pause. That's what I was picking up on. There's an ending. You wanted to move forward. You're like, this is done. I just want to get out of this situation. It's been less than ideal. So it feels like finally there's movement here. There is movement after a period of feeling a bit stuck in the chaos. The Ten of Swords is about recovery. It is about moving into a new chapter of your life. And with the Four of Wands here and the Magician, this could be around your home life for some of you. Maybe it has to do with moving, but the Four of Wands is 1111 energy. It is a new home, soul tribe, stability, foundation. It could even be a new job that feels a lot more stable. You know, you're manifesting here with the Magician. You have all of the tools that you need to create a life that brings you happiness, a life that feels healthy. Okay, you can make the choices is what I'm getting here. It feels like you were stuck or trapped in some way. Like, Mel, I didn't have a choice, or I couldn't get out of a situation, or I had to wait. It feels like there was a waiting period again with the 10 of Swords in reverse, but things are starting to shake up for you. There is a new beginning coming in, and this is exciting. The Four of Wands is represented here by Munchkin Land. You know, it's when the house lands on the Wicked Witch and the Munchkins come out, right, to celebrate. So someone is celebrating an ending here, and I feel like the Magician is ready. They are ready. They are a solid leader. You know, this could be you. This could also be someone that is helping you manifest in some way, shape, or form. There's resources available here for you because the Magician, he has all of the tricks up his sleeve. He has all the tools needed to move forward in the direction that he wants to go, right? He has the wands, the cups, the swords, and the pentacle. So I feel like you've been waiting for that resource to come in to allow you to move forward. And this is it. This is the time. I want to take a look here a bit at the ending that is partially connected to January's energy. You could be putting an end to things that don't fill your cup. Basically, there's a big change here in maybe your diet or your relationships. The way that you view foundation is looking a bit different. All right. Because yeah, the 12 is the Hanged Man energy, which is perspective. So it feels like you're putting an end to certain behaviors or certain perspectives that do not bring you joy, do not bring you happiness. And you're saying, all right, I can manifest here. I can manifest from a place of love, or I can manifest from a place of fear or even complacency or stagnation, because even making no decision at all is making a choice, making a decision. And I feel like you don't want to do that anymore. So things are picking up pace. Things are picking up speed for you. Now, here is the Eight of Wands. I mentioned the Chariot earlier, which this is the little sister of the Chariot, basically. The Eight of Wands is the second fastest moving energy, and it is represented by the Looking Glass Railway. Some of you are traveling. You are possibly going on a road trip even, something with vehicles. Someone could work on vehicles. They could be a mechanic. There may even be finally contracts that are completed or finalized. I feel like there's some contracts here, maybe visas or passports. This could be like the final level of like a settlement here, because they're showing me a book, and I feel like there's contracts here in the book, rules, regulations, stipulations, but it feels like you're moving past those. It feels like you are finally kind of jumping that hurdle here. So this is good news moving forward. So diving into February, Sagittarius, you have the Milk and Honey. This is beautiful. Card 51. You see here that sweet little elephant is living its best life, drinking in that bath with the milk and the honey. There's a rainbow over the top of him, and he is soaking up the self-care. So it feels like you are treating yourself in the month of February to things that feel good, right? It feels good to soak in a nice warm milk and honey bath and to take care of yourself. So you are doing the things that feel good, bring you enjoyment. And I see you taking better care of your health. Maybe there was a bit of a health scare, or you were recovering from maybe a cold or something that you brought in to 2025, but I feel like you're in a lot better of a position here come February. Now we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is showing up here in reverse. So just be mindful of impulsivities or restlessness. It feels like sometimes the energies can get a bit restless, and then you may get impatient, and you could potentially indulge or maybe even fall off that train that we see in January, that railway train. So just stay consistent is a big key here, because if you do, I see the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is one of my favorite minor arcana. She creates a life that she loves, a life of luxury, a life of abundance, but also a life of good health. Now, it's taken her a bit of time because the Pentacle realm is the slowest. It's the years. And I see that Alice is treating herself, okay, milk and honey. You're treating yourself to something, but be mindful that you don't overdo it, okay, or overindulge. Stick to a good plan is what I'm seeing with the King of Swords. This is about using your head, and I feel like you will, Sagittarius. Use your head. There could be a purchase coming in the month of February. There's a large purchase that you make or invest in. This could be regarding your self-investments. Maybe this has to do with education. It may have to do with booking a trip. It may even be a vehicle. I feel like you can negotiate. There's room for negotiation here with the Moon card, okay? Because not everything is set in stone, which sometimes it is with the King of Swords. It can be very much set in stone. This is how it is. But the Moon tells me that there are things that may be a little bit hidden from view. So I feel like it's important not to like pull the trigger quickly or, jump the gun or rush into anything here, because there are going to be a few hidden factors. And if you want either a better deal or reading the fine print. So for example, let's say you get a job offer, be sure that you are looking over the fine print, or really talking about pay or benefits, insurances, things of that nature. I'm also getting real estate, something with real estate or contingencies. You may be looking at these things. Don't just sign is what I'm getting. Make sure that you're reading things through, following through on things, because the King of Swords, he's the ruler with the book that I was seeing earlier. So there could certainly be some contracts in here. Some of you may be dealing with an impulsive person, and perhaps the milk and honey is saying, not my monkeys, not my circus. I'm just going to do my own thing over here and let karma or let justice play itself out, because things are coming to the surface here with the Moon in reverse. This tells me that anything that is hidden from you will show up by the end of February. It will be exposed. Now, I feel like you are in a favorable position because you are standing on your own 2 feet here with the Nine of Pentacles. So this very much could be, two individuals that are trying to negotiate, but I feel like you're on the receiving end as long as you do your research, as long as you are thinking strategically and you don't jump into anything, with naivety, which I don't feel like you will. All right. I'm going to get one more card here. Spirit, what is being revealed? What is being exposed here for Sagittarius? It could be, exposing a better deal, or if this is a trip, you might decide that you want to book, a cruise instead of staying at a Airbnb someplace, or you may decide, you kind of want to pivot. There could be a bit of a pivot, and that may be part of the impulsivity that I'm picking up on. So trust your intuition is what the Moon is saying here as well, because there may be a little bit of a redirect in the month of February, but I feel like it does land you in a favorable position with the milk and honey. All right, we have the King of Wands. King of Wands here. Yeah, this is that pivot. This is more of adventure instead of structure with the King of Swords. So it feels like there's a little bit of a sail. You can see that he's out there on the sailboat, and it's like the winds, which you see in the month of January. The winds are changing. So you can expect a change, but because milk and honey is your your overall theme, this is a change for the better. And it may be a path that you weren't expecting, right? But as he's out here sailing, he has to be prepared that the winds can change at any moment. So his ship could be moving in a completely new direction. And that's kind of what I see here for you. So maybe the Knight of Wands is reminding you that sometimes there are divine detours, and it's not necessarily a sense of impulsivity as it is trust when the winds change a bit and you may have to set sail in a new direction, because you're still very solid, firm on your foundation with the 9 of Pentacles. You're still going to, create adventure in a life that you love here. But the King of Swords says that there could be something like contractually or a rule that kind of is bent a little bit, or just something that would normally be structured kind of gets a little bit reversed, or just like a side bender is what I'm getting here, or sidewinder. Something is showing up, but I feel like it's for the better for you. All right, let's look at March. We have Serendipity. So this is luck and fortune. So for some of you, something could come out of the blue. Perhaps someone retires or someone leaves the company and you are now filling their shoes. This could be a love situation where you're kind of blindsided. That's the word here, blindsided, but it's for the better. Like you may not see something coming. Why? Because it's destined here, and you thought you were going to be on this, straight and narrow. You thought you had maybe a new direction or a new plan figured out, and then you're kind of, sidewinded here where you're like, wait a second. This could really be a good opportunity for me, or perhaps I should go in this direction, because in the month of March, you do have serendipity. This is synchronicity, it's luck, it's fortune. You see the 4-leaf clover there. This is a really favorable time as we begin the astrological new year, as we begin Aries season, Sagittarius, which is your fellow fire sign. So what is coming in for Sag? We have the Hierophant, the star. Look at that. This is beautiful. 2 major arcanas off the bat with the 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. What else do we have here, please? There is something coming into union with that 2 of Cups. This is something you will love. This could be a person, a place, or a thing. Now, I do see here, it could be an element. There's the ace of truth. There could be an element of a past dream, because you do have the 6 of Cups here as well, which can be a hint of nostalgia. But the message for the month is any unhealthy past attachments, this is time to release, because serendipity, destiny, and fate are playing out, which we see at the bottom of the deck. But I do feel like there is a childhood dream. There is perhaps something that you invested in a long time ago, and maybe you've been investing in it here and there at times, whether this is a creative project, perhaps it is, your education, maybe it is a relationship that, has been a soulmate contract, but it hasn't really finalized or come to completion in some way. Now there's a commitment. Now in the month of March, we see the Hierophant. This is about your belief, saying, wait a second, if I believe in this 110%, there's no stopping me. And I feel like you are recommitting to something potentially of the past, and you're getting honest with yourself, which means some of you may have even been in denial, or there may have been some miscommunication around a situation, maybe even some barriers that caused you to come up with a new agreement, a new understanding, or even a new belief system. And the star here tells me you're on a healing path, you're on a healing journey, but the star is wishes as well. This is wish fulfillment. So this is a really beautiful energy here, card 17. And we talk about that at the very beginning. There's the star. So we see both the Hanged Man energy and the star coming up here for you. So Glinda the Good Witch in Wizard of Oz, she always shows up when you need her most, right? And sometimes when you don't even realize you need her, she shows up. And that is destiny, kind of playing a hand in something that is going on here for you. Now, this is the brighter days ahead that we talked about in the beginning of your reading. Some of you, because there's the Two of Cups, some of you, this could be a month of marriage. Some of you could be connecting or meeting with a soulmate, and you just know. You just know that this could be a forever person for you, Sagittarius, one that you could marry, settle down with. For those of you that are in a commitment already, March is going to be the month of truth, the month of communication, and it does look like there will be a favorable outcome or a destined outcome here for you. There's a lot of healing that you have been doing. There's a lot of healing around many different areas of your life, but with these two major arcanas, some of you, this is healing family structures, love unions, or even soulmate dynamics between you and people who you've had a heart connection with, but for whatever reason, it just feels like communication has been off or it hasn't been the primary focus. You could even be connecting with someone that you have not spoken with for a long time. There's a reunion energy here as well. Perhaps you have a child or a spouse that is in the military. They could be coming home. This could also be, a child or a parent that maybe is out of the state or out of the country. Someone could be visiting home is what I'm getting here as well. I'm going to pull a couple more cards because I feel like this is a very big month. And also card 18 is the moon, which we see the moon showing up here. Remember what I said about some sort of truth being exposed in February? This is a good truth because this truth is based on authenticity. It is based on integrity and how you can move forward from here on out. So this is good, favorable energy with your key themes, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be, a walk in the park. I do want to take a look and see potentially what challenges could arise for you, Sagittarius, and how we can help you get through them. We have the Two of Wands. This is the choice card. Two of Wands is a decision point. I feel like you're going to be asking the universe, asking your higher power, God, whatever you call your higher power. This is about you asking for direction, prayers, progress, vision. It's about you trusting your inner compass as well with the moon showing up because your intuition will give you signs. Your intuition is alerting you. And that's why there's a bit of a change in the winds because we second guess things. We're not quite sure because change can be scary. And we think, well, is this really a path that we should explore? Is this a new thing that could be better than what I currently have? But what if it's not? So there is some, again, anticipation that we talked about early on in your reading. But I feel like the Two of Wands is saying, don't stay put. Don't stagnate here on some choices or decisions. Don't doubt yourself. Step outside of your comfort zone. That is a big key theme for you that will help you kind of navigate some of these changes that are coming in, Sagittarius, in the first quarter. Spirit, what are some of these paths alluding to here with the Two of Wands? Can we see the path, and how is Sagittarius going to know what path? Because will be different. It will be different, and there will be a little bit of feared anticipation, but we have the Judgment. All right. So the Judgment is going to be a call. It's a spiritual call. It is your life's purpose. It is a passage, right? This is a rebirth coming in here for you. And this is a second chance to either do something over again that may have failed the first time around, or, you just didn't get it off the ground, or you're revisiting again. Remember what I said about something of the past that you've kind of been poking at it here and there. Maybe this is a book that you've been writing, or it's, getting that YouTube channel up and going, or maybe it's your health, or maybe it's a relationship, or putting yourself out there to date. It feels like you haven't went all in on something. Now Judgment comes up here and says, what do you truly want? It is time to get focused because there's a passage here. You can see that Alice is standing at the gateway with the Jabberwocky, and she is coming up to the judgment day. She can release, right? Release the things of the past and fully move towards a brand new future. But she has to be all in. She has to be all in, where she has to be able to release the things of the past, release the fears, false evidence appearing real. Because, I mean, look at that dragon. He does look a bit intimidating, but I see that you're facing some fears. You're facing them and you're releasing judgment, but you're also kind of owning up to what you've gone through, the choices that you've made. This is also a level of accountability. And I feel like you're taking accountability on your path, and you are deciding, I'm either going all in or I'm going to have some consequences by continuing doing the same things. Right? You're going to get the same results. So let's get some final messages from your guides, the nature spirits, your ancestors. What do we have for Sagittarius, please, in quarter one? Sagittarius in quarter one. For any of the deck information used, or oracle or tarot in this reading, you can find all of that in the description box below the video. All right, you have the sugar maple tree. And you have the winter pine. So for some of you, this is the wintry months. This is about peace, fertility, new life. This is about sacredness and the sacred land. So for some of you, in the month of, or months, I should say, of January, February, and March, you are birthing a new cycle. If you look here at the winter pine, she is swollen with life here. So it's like you're in a bit of a gestation period as you are undergoing some of these personal changes, personal transformations. It could be the springtime for you, which we see March energy for those in the northern hemisphere. We see that that could potentially be a time of giving birth, right? New life. Some of you are fertile, or you are giving life quite literally. For others of you, this is about more peace. And it says, be proud of how far you have come. Absolutely. You've come far. Your final card is the judgment. I feel like you're going to face this judgment day, and I feel like you are going to pat yourself on the back because you're a good human. You are a good person here, and you've done the best that you can do. And once you know better, you do better. And I feel like you've continuously put in effort towards your self-healing, your self-development, and your pentacle realm as well, the material realm. So I feel like you deserve this peace that I see coming in for you, this serendipity, this milk and honey. Now you also have the sugar maple. This is about introspection, meditation, self-reflection, and signs. So it could even be at this time you are looking within, aligning your mind, body, and spirit to where you really want to be in your life. And that can be that judgment energy as well, a spiritual rebirth, really taking a look at everything in life that, you've gone through, because that has made you who you are today. But I feel like you're not judging, right? There's a sense of releasing judgment, and also releasing judgment upon what others think of you. Because as I always say, what other people think of you is none of your business, right? Other people, if they want to cast judgments, it's most likely about themselves. They have some healing to do. And I feel like you are incorporating more mindfulness into your life as well, which could be done through, journaling, meditation, getting in touch with the signs that nature is bringing out for you, and the signs that the universe is showing you through maybe synchronicities and serendipity. And I feel like you're not missing the signs. You don't want to say, all right, I got that sign, but I'm just going to sit here and do nothing with it. If you are getting signs from the universe, the judgment here says, do something with them, because you are meant to make some choices in quarter one that have the ability to transform your life in a better way for yourself, a healthier, more abundant, more enriching experience, instead of just coasting, instead of just, living your day to day without maybe feeling like you are living with purpose. I see that shifting here for you, Sagittarius, and you are here with big purpose. You are here utilizing your skills, your talents, your abilities, your personal growth, your spiritual evolution as well. So reflecting is important, looking within and really patting yourself on the back and being very proud of how far you've come. I am. Spirit is. Thank you so much for tuning in here, Sagittarius. If you like the reading, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Lots of love.